Hi, I'm Dan and welcome to episode 63 of the Elements Dev Diary. Now, this is the fourth video this week because on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday we demoed some new components. I'm going to give you a quick recap of those later, but first of all I want to show you the new beta of Elements. We've got a couple of new features in there, a couple of bug fixes that I wanted to show off. Right, so I've got Elements open and I've got a basic project here. And let's go ahead and add some components. So I can add a container in and we'll add a grid in here and we'll change the settings here. Let's change the sizing and I'm going to show you the new feature in a second. So we'll set this to 20 and let's set the background color. Or actually let's change this spacing to 40. That's looking pretty good. So this is the new feature I'm just about to show you. We finally have undo working properly, multiple step undo, and it'll undo the settings and the component movements and things like that. So if I hit Command Z now, you can see it's changing the size of that, Command Z changing the color, Command Z there, we can go right back and it's changing all these values and boom, right back to the beginning of the document. Command Shift Z and we can redo those changes, so you can see them coming in now, boom. So multiple undo and redo implemented. Please have a play with this because this is new stuff. It should work pretty well across the app, kind of when you're editing and where you expect it to edit, where you expect it to work. You know, if you accidentally delete an item, Command Z, boom, it's back, just as you would expect. So really nice feature. It was just one of those things we knew we needed to revisit, but there was a lot of other stuff we wanted to add before this, you know, and a lot of other features that were more important. Although undo is pretty important, but it was only kind of a single level, one stop before. So yeah, so anyway, this is really great feature and has saved me a lot of times. It works really nicely, you know, there we are, Command Z, undo. It's just really great that you can just undo this stuff. So that's in there. Now what's next? I've got a really nice feature coming up to show you, but before I do that, now we don't usually do this and I don't like doing this either because it feels a little bit weird, but what I really would appreciate is if you could go over to Safari now, go to youtube.com and you can go to @RealMacSoftware. I'll wait while you do this. Go over to that page, and if you're not already subscribed, because I know some of you watching this just watch it from the forum and you don't need to subscribe on YouTube, but it would really help us because we want to get the word out about Elements and make sure YouTube is promoting our videos and getting more people on board. So what I need you to do, go here, hopefully you're on the page, hit subscribe, and as a bonus step, once you've hit subscribe, just hit on the notifications, hit all, and that way in your YouTube, when you visit the site, you'll get notified when we drop new videos, and we've got some really good stuff coming up. And some of the videos we publish are not published on the forum, they just get published straight to YouTube, especially the user guide videos, developer guide videos, things like this. We're adding to this library of videos, so if you're only looking at the dev diaries, you might have missed some of these, and we've got some great tutorials in here, and we're growing this every week. So yeah, you really want to be subscribed on here. So with that out of the way, because I don't like doing that stuff, we can get back to Elements and I can show you a really nice new feature. Now, sometimes when you're working away in Elements, you're kind of on another tab here, and we've already seen how you can customize these tabs and how that works, and that's really great. But so when you're working away on a design, sometimes you've come away from the components and you haven't got the components to hand. So what you can do now, if you press Command Shift F, it brings up the quick add panel. So what I can do, any of these in here, I can just take them and drop them, boom, in there. So I don't need to go back over to here, go back over to my component list. I can do it all from within the editor here. So Command Shift F, boom, and then I can start typing for things I want, button, or maybe I want the new accordion, and there it is, and I can just drop it straight in there. Command Shift F, I need some text. So this is a really quick way of working, and let's get a bit more text. Command Shift F. Yep, there we go. Text is already, and it remembers the last selection there. So if you're quickly adding a bunch of things, you know, maybe yeah, we want some more containers, you can do that and pop them in there. We need an image now, so you can see how quick this way of working is, especially if you've not got the component view to hand. So really nice, and you can just start typing there and it filters it down. Really cool. We've only recently implemented this, and since I've started using it, it's starting to become second nature. Just hit Command Shift F and boom, drop in whatever I need. A really nice way of working. So that's the quick add, and all these things will be available in the beta today. So when you're watching this video, we're hopefully going to time it so the beta is available and you can download the beta, play along with this stuff. Now, all the earlier in the week we launched 3 new components, and that was the accordion, the filter, and the filter tags, and you can see them down here now in the component list, which is really nice. In the new beta, we've also organized the components, because now the components are growing in number. We're starting to get a few more of them. Let me just go back down to the core set here. So now you'll see them organized like this. And so you've got your animation, your content, interactive, layout, media, and the navigation there. So these areas are really starting to fill out now as we're adding these new components. So yeah, it's really nice. Just so don't be alarmed when you first launch elements, because it will look slightly different in your component list. If you're wondering where things are, they're there. But you can always filter down here as well. If you can't find something, just do that. And of course, there's the Command Shift F you can use. So let's just delete these things here. And we'll change the background color of this, because this is a bit much to work with. Let's go with a little green color. And if you've watched the previous 3 videos, you probably don't need to watch this next bit, but this is just a recap. I'm going to go through those new components, just quickly add them, and we'll quickly build something just so you can see how it works. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop an accordion onto the page, and we want to add some text into here. So let's get some text. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to put my text in the top here. Command Shift F again. I'm going to get some more text. This is a title, because this is for my accordion. We'll leave that as dummy text there. So I've added one accordion to the page, and this will just work like a standard accordion. Let's duplicate it. I've just pressed Command C, Command V. Duplication is on the list to add, Command D. So there we've got this nice little accordion that works, nothing too fancy. We could go and update this. So I'm going to select both accordions, and let's set the background to what color were we on here? Emerald. Yeah, we'll set this. We'll set the accordions to a light emerald color, and let's make the title on both of these bold, and we'll make them a little bit bigger. So these are starting to take shape. Probably want a little bit of padding on these. So we'll go to our spacing, enable that, and a little bit of padding just to bring the text in from the side, I think, and give a little bit of spacing at the bottom. Okay, this is already looking better. So you can see you can quickly build these up in something quite nice. Let's add a bit of spacing here. So just a little bit of margin on the bottom there, and the borders. Let's make these borders nicer, 2XL. Let's give them some nice curvy borders. Boom. Yeah, so, you know, you could play around with this a lot more, get this looking however you want. But what I wanted to show you, now we've added the accordions, we want to add a filter, so we can filter on these. I'm just going to add some different text here. So we've got the filter, and you drop this on, and this should just work because we have 2 accordions in a filter, and they're all in the same container here. So the filter automatically is set to look for things in the parent group. So this should just work. So now if I type title, there you go, you can see it fades out the other one. Let's search for another, there you go. And we can change the animation on those to get rid of them. So if I select both accordions, go to filter and change the transition, these transitions are not final, they're just here for you to kind of play with and see, but we are going to refine these animations, transitions, give them a bit more polish, a few more options, but they work for now. So I'm just going to pick the slide out. And now when I search, you'll see the other record disappears, the other accordion. So you can just, whoops, just type like that. What am I looking for here? Ooh, let's read for title. Yeah, so you can just type like that, and yeah, it works. Perfect. Let's add a bit of spacing on the bottom of this just to bring it away from the other one. And you can style this box as well, the same as these other things. You know, we can put a border on this, 2XL. If you've watched the previous weeks, the videos in the earlier in the week, you kind of know this stuff anyway. But it's really cool. Let's turn this to emerald as well. So we've got a bit of an emerald border on there. That's pretty good. And we could do the same thing. We could change the background. Let's look for emerald. You know, we go dark on that if we wanted to do a dark search box, and then change the filter text as well. You can see that there. We'll make that kind of an emerald color as well. And we could do the same here for when you type in the box. We'll do a light emerald color. And we could make this much bigger. So when you type in here, let's go and view that. So ooh, that is a big filter. But it works, you know, you can, however you want to style these things is up to you. It just really flexible. Yeah. So we can do that, got a few more of those. And then finally, let's show you that other component. We have the filter tags. So if I just drop this in here, you can see it gives us an example tag and an active tag. And if I hit preview, you won't see it, nothing happens because nothing has a tag set on it at the moment. So we need to set tags on the items we want to be filtered. I'm just going to change the style of this. We can set these tags to appear in the middle. I quite like that. And we just want to do the spacing on here as well. I'm going to do a little margin on there. And if I select, let's do this first accordion here. What we want to do, we've got this setting at the top here called tags, and I want to give it a tag. So this can be 1. So this has got a tag of 1. I don't think, yeah, we're set to parent on grouping, so this should just work. It just needs a tag. This one, let's give this a tag. This can also be 1. And then this one here, we'll call this one 2. So let's go and preview this. So now we've got 2 tags, 1, and that'll show us all the ones tagged with 1. And then we'll show us all the ones tagged with 2. And if we wanted multiple records, we can do that. So this one will be called, we've got 1 and 3 on here. And let's do the same here. We'll add another tag and we'll call this one 3. So now we've got our 1 tag. So you can see it, you just tag these things and that's exactly how it works. You can change the look of these as well, same as everything else. We'll pick emerald there, and we could have, so this is, that's an inactive tag there. So we'll set that as a light color. And then on the active tag, which is the end here, emerald, we'll set that to dark. So let's go and check that out. So we've got a dark color on hover, and when you click it, boom, it stays dark. We could set some borders on these. You know all this stuff now. You know this is it's nice. These are all these controls are set up the same, so you get familiar with this, and then you know how everything works. And we can set up transforms on these as well, so that when we hover over them or they're clicked, when they're active, they will change. So we could set them to 110 on scale, rotate them by 2, or move them. There we are. That's going to hover up there. We probably want a little bit more spacing on there so it doesn't clash. So we'll just double that. Oh, maybe a bit more. Let's do, there we go. So now, which is pretty cool, we can click that and then that's highlighted. Really, really incredible stuff. So that's the accordion filter and filter tags. They're really good. And don't forget there's Command-Shift-F to quickly find what you're looking for, and then you can drag it straight out of here into the view. And we've got multiple undo as well, so I could go back here, hit undo, and you can see all these things undoing as I go through and do this. So there we go. Yeah, it's all, I think we can go right back to the beginning if I keep hitting Command Z. But that's probably enough. It gives you an idea that multiple undo does work. It's great. There we are. Look, we're back to the other bit we're talking about. So that definitely works. And again, we could go, I could go forwards as well. So yeah, multiple undo, lots of nice stuff. We've also fixed a bunch of stuff in this, especially regarding just how things work. There's a lot of under the hood fixes. So go and download the beta, have a play with all this new stuff. I will include the demo projects from earlier in the week so you can have a play with those. We have the accordion demo, if you remember, which is straightforward demo. I've just designed a lot of different accordions there, so you can check those out, all the different ways you can use them. Then I've got the filter tag examples, lots of there's a few little examples in there of like a dummy store that you could test out. Pretty nice to kind of show you usable examples there. If you had a store or something, you could filter your products. Want to filter down on movies, this could be used for anything. Have a lot of fun with this. And yeah, there's the filter demo, which contains a lot of different uses on the filter. So those will all be linked in the forum post as well for you to check out. And tomorrow, we don't have anything new per se to show you just yet, because we've got some new stuff coming next week, because we keep talking about the form. So I'm hoping to be able to show you some of that stuff next week. But tomorrow we are, I will go over the, this is kind of a, you've seen it in when I tag these things, but this is collections. You've seen it here. We've just got this very simple UI for adding records, but this is actually just the tip of the iceberg here. You can use any controls in here. So if you're a developer or a user that's building their own components, this is very powerful. And I'll go over this tomorrow and kind of show you how this works. And if you're building components, you'll want to watch this. If you're a bit of a developer and like tinkering, you'll definitely want to watch this. But we'll be using this technology in more of our components going forward. But it essentially allows you to add records. You can have this custom UI here in the side. And I've got 4 records here. You can see Apple, Microsoft, Google, and Tesla. Just 4 records. And I've got different controls for each of those. And I can add as many records as I want. And this is like a little linked list. We can get rid of those records. Boom. Change the values. But I will go over collections tomorrow, because I think they're gonna potentially play a bigger role in some of the components we build, and definitely they'll be on the form component, but I'll go into that more of that tomorrow. So that's a bit of a geeky one tomorrow. And yeah, what a week it's been. I'm so thrilled with the progress we're making, and we've just got so much more good stuff in the works that I can't wait to show you. So thanks for sticking with Elements. Hope you enjoyed what we've done this week, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.